So now coming up to text file updation. Children, till now, whenever you had to modify the content of the text file, what you had done, you had created a temporary file. You made the changes in the temporary file, and once all the changes are done in the temporary file, you deleted the original file and renamed the temporary file to the original file name. This was the process adopted by you till now. But with the help of this tell and seek function, that means using the file pointer concept, we can make the changes or updation in the original file. However, when we are dealing with the text file, not all type of modifications are possible, or you can say even if they are possible, then it is very, you can say, a tedious job, right? It is a complicated process. So we normally utilize these pointers with binary files, but I am showing you the effect of these functions and how you can perform certain updations in the text file using these functions. So let us start. See, I have taken a file with the name abc.txt. Now this file is containing 4 lines. I'll be using the same file in all the examples. It is containing 4 lines. India in the first line, is A in the second line, great in the third line, and nation in the fourth line. So now I have opened this file in R plus mode. Now when we open the file in R plus mode, it allows both reading and writing. And secondly, the cursor is positioned initially at the beginning of the file. So I have opened the file, so the cursor will be positioned at 0th byte, where it will be positioned at I character, right? Now after that, what I have done, I have written f.seek 2. 2 is the offset, and reference point I have not specified. That means it will take the reference point as 0. So where it will go? It will go 2 bytes forward. So where it will come now? It will come to the character D, right? Now it has, the pointer is now located at D character. So I have written f.write ABC. So ABC, there are 3 characters. So starting from the D character, it will replace 3 characters with the word ABC. So what will be the new content of this file? See, as you can see over here, DIA are replaced by ABC. I have not created any temporary file, but I have made changes in this very file using seek function. Okay. Now one important point I would like to stress out through this example. See, the same file I have opened in A plus mode. Now in A plus mode, what happens? The cursor will be positioned at the end of the file. After that, I have written the same code, f.seek2. So we are at the last of the file, and I am trying to position the cursor at a point which is before the current location of the file, right? So I am trying to shift the cursor in the backward direction, even though I am not using the reference point 1 or 2, but then also this way also I am trying to shift the cursor in the backward position. As I have already told you, in text file, this backward movement is not possible. So what will happen? The cursor will not shift back, it will remain at that very position where it was. It is not going to flash you any error, but it is not going to change its place. So where will now ABC be written? See, ABC is written at the end of the file where the cursor was located. Okay, this is something very important, you should remember it. Now this code I have written to replace all the occurrences of the character I in the file with the character X. So what I have done, I have opened the file in R plus mode, or you can also open the file here in R mode as well, because we are not going to read the file and write the file at one opening. We are first going to read the file, and after closing the file we are again going to open the file and write the file content. So what I have done, I have read the content of the file in a variable, you can say I have used read function over here, and I have read character by character. As we know, when we do not provide any argument to the read function, it reads the entire content of the file, and then that entire content is read character by character. And what I have done, if the character is I, there is a string variable that I have created. In that string variable I have written X, right? In place of I have written X. But if the character is not I, then whatever is read, that will be appended to the string. Okay, after that what we have done, we have closed the file. Now why we have done closing the file? Because we have to write into the file from the very beginning, and once we have read all the file, the cursor is at the end of the file and we cannot shift back. So what we have done, we have closed the file, and once again we have opened the same file in the same mode, and now I have written that string variable in the file, right? This is a way you can perform modification in the file. So let's see the content. See, all the occurrences of I are removed. Here was an I, here was an I, here was an I, and here was an I. So all four occurrences of I are modified with X or replaced with X. Okay. So what I mean to say over here, that if you need to change the content of the text file, since we cannot shift backward, this is how you will do. You will read the content and replace them with whatever you want. After that, close the file, reopen it so that the cursor is positioned at the beginning, and then you write the modified content. Okay. Now this is the last example. In this example, I am trying to replace the word is in the file with the word or. So what I have done, I have read the content of the file line by line, and in each line I have tried to find out whether is there or not. If is there, I have modified it with or. And in the same way as the previous example, I have closed the file and then reopened the file and rewritten the content. As you can see, I have read the one line at a time, removed the leading and trailing spaces or extra characters, then split that file in the list, then check in the list about the occurrence of is. If is existing in that list, then we have to adopt a different approach. But if it is not existing, we will simply write that entire line in the variable s. Okay. And if is existing, so what we are going to do, we are going to read one by one each element of the list, check it for the occurrence of is, and replace that location which contain is with the word or. After that, attach that word in the s variable. After that, there should be a space, right? Remove the extra space which is added to the after the last element, and then attach the new line character. This code you have been doing till now, so there won't be any problem in this code. Okay, after that I have closed the file, opened the file again, and written the variable s in the file. So see the content. See, is was written over here. It is now replaced with or. So this is how we can modify the content of the text file. But yes, it is not very easy, it is complex. So we normally do not prefer updating the content of the text file through these functions. We prefer updating the text file content using the temporary file only.